luck, soldiers.
It's about this time every year where I do my final thoughts video on Call of Duty, and this time it's Call of Duty Ghosts. It's a little bit different this time. I wasn't the biggest fan of Black Ops 2, and I definitely was not a fan of Modern Warfare 3. But for the most part, I played them the entire year, just with some decent breaks in between. But COD Ghosts, I actually have not played COD Ghosts since I did my MTS review on June 30th. I actually had to look it up. And so I threw Ghosts in my Xbox today because I needed a gameplay to talk about it. And at first I was like, alright, I'm going to try and get a decent gameplay, something that's entertaining to watch. But then I was like, you know what? After a few games and after really not enjoying myself, I was like, you know, I'm just going to use this gameplay because it really epitomizes my feelings on COD Ghosts. So I'm going to leave this next little spot completely raw, unedited, and it will really sum up my feelings on COD Ghosts, and I'll be back right after. Now, this is supposed to be a battlefield. There's supposed to be action and gunshots and killing and craziness. I mean, that's what COD is really known for. It's an arcade shooter. It's supposed to be fast-paced. And during that 1 minute or so, I mean, it was so quiet. Even the couple of kills that happened, it was literally like 2 or 3 in that entire minute. Where, I mean, look at the guy above me. It was silenced weapons, no doubt sitting somewhere in a window or in a corner. And that, to me, that is just not what COD is about. Now, I know this is a very large, very poorly designed map as far as like a quick-paced shooter goes. But just to roll right into my number one idea, the maps are my number one idea for why this game struggled so badly. And I'm sure a lot of you will agree. Now, again, I know a lot of people liked this game. So I'm only speaking for me and why I feel it wasn't as good for me. And like I said, it's the maps I think were the worst part of it. The maps had absolutely no flow. Some people said, why don't you just play Warhawk? Why don't you just play Strike Zone? And even though those maps were better, they still didn't have the best flow in the world. And like Strike Zone, that's almost too small, where it's just frantic. I mean, Call of Duty has been a decent balance of just running around crazy, but also having a little bit of time to gather your bearings and having to approach the enemy from a good, a little bit of tactical to it. I shouldn't say there's no tactical in COD. There's just, a little bit of tactical in COD. And there's always been a good balance of tactical and just fast-paced shooter. So the maps really hindered this game. And I think this map, and maps like this, encouraged people to play defensively. Like, why is that spot? I didn't even know that was there. Until I started watching, I'm watching the video, doing this commentary. I didn't even know that spot was there. Like, why is that spot even a spot? Oh my goodness. These maps were just, they're just not Call of Duty maps. I don't know if Call of Duty was trying to compete with Battlefield or give themselves more of a Battlefield feel. even in a 9v9 playlist or even more, these maps, and I'm sure it was better in 9v9. Again, I didn't have the Xbox One version. These maps are just too big, and the ones that are a little bit smaller just aren't set up that well. The most famous and most fun maps in Call of Duty are the 3-lane maps, like from COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, where all of the action was directed towards a certain area. So if you wanted to, you could hang out of those areas, have a little bit of a slower time, but if you wanted to have that fast-paced, fun action, all you had to do was run to those hot zones, and it was just pure, fun craziness. Also, I think what really hindered this game was the time to kill. I remember when Ghost first came out, I said, I think the time to kill is a good thing. I actually said it was a good thing. I think, because I'm a rusher, and that's the way I was thinking about it. You can tell I haven't played this game in a while. My aim is terrible. But I'm a rusher, so I think about things as a rusher. I'm like, the time to kill is great being this low, because I can kill someone on the run and just keep running and just mow through people like crazy. I didn't think about it from a camper's point of view, where when I'm running around like a jackass, there's going to be a camper who can kill me just as quickly, and I'm not going to see him, especially with how gray and dull these maps were, and then you throw in like the ghillie suit. As a rusher, you really just don't stand a chance in this game. Now, of course, we've put up good gameplays on some of these maps throughout the year, and we've shown how rushing can get the chem strikes, and they can look really fun, but most often rushers are just getting lit up by campers on these very drab. I had to put a lot of color correction into this map to even make it look halfway decent. But the time to kill was way too short for this game. It sounds like they've made it longer for Advanced Warfare, and that's a good thing for sure. And like I said, the camping in this game, people are going to play how they want. I've changed my tone over the few years or couple years I've been doing COD commentaries. If you want to camp, you paid for the game. You can play how you want. Don't let anybody tell you how to play. Of course, I'm going to make fun of campers. I'm going to blow up campers with an RPG. It's just all in good fun. But you can play however you want to play. And that's how people are going to play. And what made it worse in Ghost was that the maps were set up for camping. They were set up for slower play. They were set up too big, too intricate, and it didn't direct the flow good enough. So between the maps, the map sizes, the time to kill, and just the general camping nature that Call of Duty has brought on over the past couple titles, this game just really didn't stand a chance for the people who like to play really quickly. I think another downer with this game was definitely the kill streaks. There's a little bit of hypocrisy when we talk about kill streaks. Some people say, I hated Modern Warfare 2, the kill streaks were too powerful, everything was kill streaks, all you needed was a 7 kill streak and then you got a nuke, which whoever says that probably hasn't played Modern Warfare 2 recently. It's not that easy. It can be if you get lucky, but it's not that easy. And then some of us will sometimes say, well, I want more gun-on-gun action. And we got a little bit more gun-on-gun action for the most part. Sometimes it's gun-on-IED action, but you got a little bit more gun-on-gun action with this game. Now people say, oh, I want more kill streaks. I think there has to be a healthy balance, and I hope there is in Advanced Warfare. The kill streaks were just not, even if ineffective, they just weren't that fun to use. So hopefully the kill streaks are a little bit more fun to use in Advanced Warfare. They don't have to be I'm so bad at knifing. They don't have to be the best kill streaks. They just have to be fun to use, and they just weren't that fun to use in Call of Duty Ghosts. You pretty much only had like one setup for your kill streaks. And really, I think one of the, maybe second biggest thing, this is one of the things that absolutely killed Modern Warfare 3 for me, was the footsteps. I think I'm running Amplify in this class. Amplify made the footsteps so loud in this game, and because this game is so quiet in the first place, when you have the footsteps so loud, people don't want to move, especially when you can hear people with dead silence. Like with Amplify, people will not want to move. It's kind of like, one thing I'm worried about with Advanced Warfare is when you use your boost thingy, you're going to show up on the map, I think I remember. That's going to make people not want to use their boost abilities. And that's like the whole part of the game. So having loud footsteps promotes camping. I know some people are going to say, well, I use it to rush and I listen to people, but I have to imagine most often people are not moving because their footsteps are so loud. I don't know. I want to know what you guys have to say. This was a 10-minute time limit that finished 54-36. It really just summed up COD Ghost for me. I think COD Ghost was a good game that just had poor execution. But I want to know what you guys have to think. These are my final thoughts on Ghost. I don't know if I'll ever upload another Ghost gameplay. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And as always, thanks for watching. Later.